The lines of this graph paper are the same across the whole page. The small little squares that these lines form are the same exact size everywhere on the paper. And this is good for us because today we're drawing and coloring using the pattern of the paper as our guide. Maybe you'll create a pixel collage by filling in each square with a burst of color, or maybe you'll make a mesmerizing pattern by taking one of the examples on our template page and repeating it over and over until the whole paper is a maze of interesting designs. Either way, you'll rely on the grid lines of the graph paper as your structure and as your guide. It matters to us that these lines are straight and consistent, that they are the same at the top as at the bottom. That way, your picture can really pop. There's a story in the Bible of the promise that God made with the people of Israel after rescuing them from Egypt. God brought them together under a mountain and reminded them of all the ways God had been taking care of them. It was God who heard their cries of misery, God who saved them, and God who brought them out of Egypt. And on top of all that faithfulness, God would now show the people how they could be faithful with new commandments, new guidance on how to live as God's chosen people. Even when they couldn't quite stay in the bounds of God's instruction, God's own faithfulness was still there to keep them and guide them. As we worship this morning, see what kind of pattern or picture you can make with the help of some very reliable grid lines. As we remember the very reliable God who guides us and cares for us with faithfulness and with love.